position. Okay, actually I'm going to ask you, just adjust myself, sorry. I just need you to, with your feet together, I mean if you need a little space, but if you can, have your feet close together, okay? And abdominal breathing. Still, I want you to tilt your tailbone, alright? I still want you to tilt your tailbone and loosen up those knees, those soft knees, alright? And then still find your tailbone to your heels. And then what I next want you to do is to make sure that you're not tense, but your shoulders are dropped, okay? You are abdominal breathing, so as if you're incredible hook, yeah? But I don't want you to tense there, but I don't want you to close your back, but make sure that your back is nice and open. I do that with my student, is that imagine I come and punch you in your chest, so you're going to, if someone punch you, you're going to do this, aren't you? You're not going to stick your chest out and let me punch you. So I say I'm going to punch you in the chest, and that's how I want you to feel, that you kind of sink in your chest area, and that will help you to open your back as well. Okay, right. So remember, tailbone in, sit into your heels, chest empty out, back nice and open. Okay, this bit. When I say tug your chin underneath, I don't want you then to look down, alright? Because what happens is you're redistributing all your weight, all your energy down there somewhere. So you do tuck your chin underneath because you want your neck to line up with your spine, but it doesn't mean you look down. I still want you to look straight ahead. And then now I need you to feel that you are lifting from that way up as well towards the ceiling, while you're finding your heels with your tailbone. At the same time, tugging your chin underneath, empty your chest, big back, lifting from the top. Alright, okay. So from here, I'm going to do 4 or 5 times. I just want you to slowly, so I don't want you to lift your arms like this. If you come out, because you don't want to change the positioning of your back. So as you lift, so it's more like a diagonal lift, breathing in. So I have sunk a little bit deeper to my heels, and then relax and breathe out. So hopefully you're starting to feel the connection between the hands and the floor, as if you're constantly touching on something, yeah? And breathe out. So hopefully after a while, these arm kind of almost rises up on its own and out. And one more time, breathing in. So you sink, find your heels with your tailbone, lifting from your crown, and breathe out. Right, assuming you have got the connection between your hands, as if these fingers can touch. I just want you to lift your arms to a position where it's actually, if I turn around, it's not very high from onwards. So your arms doesn't need to be here. So I just do that again. I'm still with my feet close together. I'm still coming up like I was before the first movement. But I'm just going to drop my elbows from here, as if I'm holding a big ball in my hands. I'm just going to stay here, look straight ahead, and breathe. So I'm still going to find my tailbone, right, to my heels. I'm lifting from the top, tucked underneath, but looking straight ahead. Make sure that my shoulders are dropped, my elbows Right, okay, I'll come back this way. Right, let's just step out into our stance. Horse stance, parallel stance. If you want it a bit wider, you can have it a bit wider. It's more comfortable for your legs, but I quite like just shoulder width apart. Right, so just very, very simple. You're just going to sink and these arms rises and breathe out. Again, 4 times. Don't worry about your arms. Just imagine that they come up on its own. Breathe out. And they do. I don't know how to explain that to you. It's how you open your hip flexors and breathe out. So I always say, remember these boiled eggs underneath your arms, so you don't want to be squashing your arms into your body, but let the tension go and out. Right, this time when you lift, breathe in, find your tailbone. I want you to just drop your elbows, so your hand should automatically come to your face, your mouth. Then I just want you to slowly, as if you're rotating, squeezing your elbows together, and just relax down and breathe out. Again, 4 of these. Find your tailbone to your heels. Back still open. Still breathing in if you can. I'm just dropping my elbows onto my knees, as if I'm dropping them on my knees. Breathing out. All the time, dropping my shoulders and my elbows. In. Drop my elbows. Out. Squeezing my elbows together. Well, as if I'm squeezing my elbows together. And then still breathing out. One more. Breathing in. Sink. Lift with the crown. Close your eyes if you want. Drop your elbows. Still breathing in. I'm just going to slowly squeeze my elbows back together as I breathe out, and my tummy relaxes again. This time, I still want you to lift with both arms. Breathe in, finding your tailbone to your heels. Instead of bringing it in, I actually want you to, as if you're pushing down. Breathe out. So I just want you to pivot with your back. Feel your fingers lengthening towards the floor. So all the way down here. Drop your tailbone. Your arms will come back up on its own. Or go forward rather, shall I say. And relax. Breathe out. Again, breathing in. Find your tailbone to your heels. So instead of pushing back toward itself, I want you to imagine you're just pushing your hands towards the floor. Feel your fingers getting long, pulling towards the ground, the extending. Now I just want you to drop your tailbone and your arms will just come forward on its own as you stand back up and relax. So if you noticed, I might stand this way. So I didn't move my arms in and out at all. So let's do that again. Tailbone to your heels. lifting from the crown. Now I'm just going to drop by pivoting with my back on my waist area, as if I'm pushing down towards the floor. I feel my fingers getting longer, gravity pulling it probably, and then I drop my tailbone, my arms just goes forward. I relax my shoulders, my elbows. Now I just relax my arm and breathe out. Okay, I'll come back this way. 2 more. Now that you know what I want you to do, hopefully. Breathing in here. Breathe out. As if I'm pushing towards the floor. I drop my tailbone, my arms come forward as I stand back upright, relaxing my shoulders, my elbows, and then my hands, and breathe out. One more time, breathing in, sink, tailbone to heels. Instead of pushing my hands, bring my arms in. I'm going to go towards the floor. Just a tiny little bend towards your knees. My arms come forward because I dropped my tailbone back. Standing back up. Relax my arms now and breathe out. Next movement. Sink. Or just shift your weight. Okay. Alright. So 50-50, shift your weight. 70%. That means you can turn your body. Now you can step just out. So you should be in this position. Now what I want you to do, as if you're swimming from your tummy. So I want you to imagine you sink to weight to your front leg, open, and then I want you to pull back with your back leg. Breathe out. So small circle, weight to your front leg, you feel it in your front leg. Now I want you to empty it, and you should feel it in your back leg, and breathe out. All the time, feel the connection between your hands and back again, breathe out. So I want you to feel pull with your front foot. The weight is in your front foot, weight in your back foot. So if you see, I don't need to do this, alright? Because my arms come forward because I've shifted weight. I do open, pull my hands apart a little bit, and I just relax my elbows when the weight is in my back leg. Let's reverse it. Breathe in, out. Breathe in, weight in my front leg. It doesn't mean all my weight is in my front leg. 70%, I still got some in there. And out. Again, I've got 70%, I've got the stump in there, so I don't want you to be all back here, alright? In. So think about, you need to balance everything out. So your weight, your physical weight is in your front leg like now. I need to put my mind in the back leg so they balance out. In and out. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I have got 50-50. I'm just going to pivot. I'm just going to bring my foot and my leg back. I'm just going to do exactly the same thing the other side. Because I've turned my body, it means I can step out my leg. So I'm just going to adjust my back leg a little bit so I'm more comfortable. I'm going to repeat the whole thing once again. Breathing in, weight in my front leg, weight in my back leg. From my lower abdomen, that's why I'm making the circles. In, out, in, out, reverse. Breathing in and out. Pull my hands apart a bit, bring them in a little bit. So again, all the time you should feel like your hands are touching something, all the time. And breathe out. And legs back. I'm just putting my energy back. And breathe out. Okay. Continue breathing in. I do sink, I find my heels to my tailbone again. Alright. Prayer position. A little bit more stretch for your hamstrings. But I want you to, if you can, so I am actually going to one side of my leg and then to the other side of my leg, back in the center, just like before. So you drop your tailbone. Right, so there's no shoulders, yeah? No shoulders. Just a little stretch. The other side. Back in the middle. I drop my tailbone, my arms will come forward. But I'm going to continue to lift. Make a circle. And breathe out. Alright. 2 more. I should have done a prayer, never mind. Breathing in. Out. So a tiny little bend to your knees. You don't want to push yourself forward. So you keep your hands, your body fairly tight. And then just back in the center, drop your tailbone. Continue to rise, don't stop. Keep it flowing. Prayer position, so remember no shoulders. Drop those elbows. Back down to one side of your leg. Little stretch, then to the other side. Then I drop my tailbone, it comes back in the center. And out. Just let me check. One more movement. Then we close with a little meditation. Your beach ball. Okay. I don't know whether you can shift weight, so you've got 50-50. So you shift weight, so I've got different weight distribution. 70. It means I could turn my body, and you want to open these hip flexors more, so that allows you to turn Shift weight again. So I'm actually turning this beach ball. So in the past we've only just held it. And I just want you to focus on shifting your weight from one hip. So when you shift weight, what you want to do is you want your tailbone to find this heel now. And then when you shift weight to this side, you want to find your tailbone to this heel, and you sink more on this side, and you find this knee kind of almost like going forward a bit. So you go breathing in, sink, breathe out, and in, breathe out. So all the time, the gap, or you imagine you're riding a horse, you know the gap between it doesn't change, or you lost your horse, haven't you? So all the time, I'm sinking, finding my tailbone to a different knee, to a different heel, sorry. And breathe out. In. My ball might be turning, but I haven't done this, alright? I'm not. I'm keeping those bald eggs still underneath my armpit, and breathe out. Alright, I just want you to stand in this position. I need you to find your tailbone to the center, your heels, both of them, right in the middle. And if you can, I just want you to imagine you sinking more, opening up more of your hip flexors. So if you stand up like this, it's tight. If you poke it, it's hard. But the more you sink, the more you can open. It's nice and soft. It's a big gap. It's a dent. Yeah? That's what I want you to do. Remember that. Nice, empty chest. Eggs underneath your arm. And relax everything. Drop your shoulders. And breathe. Still looking ahead, or you can close your eyes. Lift, sink, lift from the top, sink from your tailbone into your heels. And breathe. Alright, relax, try and relax. I know you think my legs are really working very, very hard. I want you to relax them. Tell them to relax. And still sinking. And breathe out. Bring everything back in. Alright, if you rub your hands together, I'm sure you've got some chi. And I want you to use your second and your third finger, massage behind your ears with applied pressure, not just a little tickly thing. Apply pressure, and then I want you to then massage the length of your neck, from the base of your neck to the base of your head. Then come to the front of your face, all the way to the top. Circle out to your temple, to your jaws. Breathe out, breathing in. Again, temple, jaws. Breathe out, One more time, breathing in. Apply pressure back to your jaws and breathe out. Alright, it's dead on past. Last tiny little bit. I know this is a bit strange. I'm sure I've done it with you here before. From your chest, yeah, big slap. Top of your back. So I've turned it upside down. Then the side of my body. Same again, the other side. I like doing this. Your back muscles further down. So a bit your back muscle further down. Then the outside of your body or your legs to the inside. And there we are. And thank you very, very much. I hope you've enjoyed that. And if nothing else, you feel, hi Gillian. If nothing else, you feel nice and chilled and relaxed.